Hello. We are welcome to the Western Regional Qualifiers. I welcome you all. And this is the one contest one. And you're all welcome again. And before we begin, we want to acknowledge and our sponsors and let you to know who the people bringing this quiz. So the Junior Science and Maths quiz, we are starting today. The qualifiers in Western Region is organized by the College of Science at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service, Desk Technologies, and the Ghana Limited. We appreciate and acknowledge our sponsors for coming on board and supporting us in diverse ways. And we are truly and deeply grateful to you all. Again, note that the 2025 quiz competition is proudly sponsored by the KNUST e-Learning, the Institute of Distance Learning, Desk Technologies, Ghana Grid Company Limited, MTN Stakeholders Management, Nestle Ghana, and our key media partner is Kesben TV. These are we really appreciate, and we thank you so much for coming on board and making this a reality. So let me use this opportunity to also salute the heads of various schools and our dedicated teachers who have spent time in preparing the contestants for this contest. The gallant students proudly representing their schools in this competition for burning the midnight oil and getting your names registered in the competition, and of course our jubilant supporters. Want to give a round of applause to all these ones. Let's give it to them. A round of applause. So in this morning, afternoon, exactly 12 o'clock, I want to let you know my name is Gabriel Obed Fosu from the Department of Mathematics at University, and I'll be your quiz master for this contest. Again, remember the Jsmq program is tailor-made for learners in the junior high school to enable them exhibit the understanding of basic principles underlying the life and physical sciences. And the program is expected to promote teamwork and critical thinking right from the earliest stages of life. And I'm sure all the contesting schools are prepared well and are poised and are looking forward for an exciting quiz, an exciting one. So in this afternoon, the competing schools we have for this first contest is one, the Pentecost Preparatory School, Christ Leading Preparatory School, and St. John Paul II School. These are the three schools we have this afternoon. And as I introduce myself before we start, I also want to know my contestant this afternoon. So I'll start with Pentecost Preparatory. I want to know your name and your level. So Pentecost Preparatory is being represented by? Can you come again?
Edward Kumo.
Yes, your level? Hello?
Edward Kumo.
Yes, your level, your class.
Basic 7.
Basic 7, good. Then?
William Jason, sir.
Yes.
Basic 9.
Basic 9. Let's give it to Pentecost Preparatory. That's a good job. We move to Christ Leading Preparatory School. Let me know your names. Yes.
Linda Willan Somia Donko.
Yes, level.
Grade 9.
Grade 9. And?
Prince Debson.
Level?
Basic 9.
Basic 9. Let's give it to Christ Leading. Let's give it to them. Good, 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 good. And finally, St. John Paul II School is being represented by?
David Dion Anderson.
Basic level?
Basic 9.
Basic 9. And?
Annabelle Atta Austin. Basic 9.
Basic 9. Let's also give it to them. So I realized that some of you were scribing with a microphone. Kindly let the microphone be on. Do not turn it off until the end of the contest. Don't turn the microphones off. Again, contestants, you have buzzers in front of you, and we will need to test that so that before you answer a question or you have a bonus, we know that you are answering. So we want to hear the buzzers from individual schools, and I will start from Pentecost Preparatory. Let me hear your buzzer. Good. Again. Good. Christ Leading Preparatory, let me hear your buzzer. Fantastic. And again. Good. St. John Paul II, let me hear from you. And again. Fantastic. Fantastic. So there will be 4 rounds in this contest. 4. Round 1 is the fundamentals. Round 2 is the fastest finger, fastest brain. Round 3 is the science and technology challenge. And round 4 is the decoding the clues. And please bear in mind that I'll be reading the instructions for each round. So just don't get bothered. I will give you the instruction for each round. We will start with round 1, and that is the fundamentals. The round 1, that is the fundamentals. It's a key here. And as I said earlier, before I start, I will begin by reading the instructions for that given round. That is the first important thing to do. So round 1, which is the fundamentals, consists of questions from biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and ICT. Biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and ICT. You're going to have a blend of that. And a school answers a question correctly. If your main question, you have 3 points for that. If it is incorrectly answered, it's available as a bonus to the other competing schools. And a bonus, you have a single point or 1 point for answering a bonus question. You have 15 seconds to answer questions that do not require calculations, and 40 seconds for questions that do require calculation. A school will have a maximum of 2 attempts. You have 2 attempts for your main question and a single attempt for a bonus question. Bonus questions are open to the other 2 schools to compete for by ringing your buzzer. By ringing your buzzer, you can compete for that. Failure to press the buzzer before answering a bonus question nullifies your answer, even if it is correct, and you don't have any score for that. So at this point, I say best wishes to you all. Can I have a smile from you? Relax. Let me have a smile from all of you before we start. Yes, let me smile. Let me have a smile from all of you. So relax, relax. Then we can start. Okay, so all the best. Question 1 is a preamble to all schools. Preamble to all schools. And the preamble is explain the following. Explain the following. I will start with St. John Paul II School. St. John Paul. Channing.
He's pardon me. Pardon, I didn't hear what you said.
Channing. C-H-U-R-N-I-N-G. The preamble was explain the following. Pentecost Preparatory as a bonus.
Churning is when digested food goes through processes in the stomach and exits the stomach through the small intestine.
God is good. I'll give you a bonus. I'll give you that as a bonus, 1 point. Let's give it to them. Now your main question, Christ leading. Christ leading. Good. Mechanical digestion.
Is the breakdown of food substance by physical means to smaller particles. Is the breakdown of food substance into smaller particles by physical means.
I'm not giving you that. Yes, Pentecost Preparatory.
Is the breakdown of food through chemical processes, then that tends to a chain.
No, I'm not giving that as a bonus as well. So he was the Christ leading, you were talking about some physical means, but you never talked about that. That's the normal breaking down of food by the teeth. Normal mastication, you have to be specific. You left that. Main question, Pentecost Preparatory. Main question. Bolus.
Bolus is masticated food that goes through peristalsis in the esophagus.
Okay. I'll give you 2 for that. Next set of questions. Next set of questions. A preamble to all schools. The combustion of methane is a common example of a chemical reaction where fuel reacts with oxygen to produce energy. Methane, CH4, a major component of natural gas, burns in the presence of oxygen. Combustion reactions are exothermic. Use this information to answer the following questions. Did we get a preamble? Did we get a preamble? I'm reading again. The combustion of methane is a common example of a chemical reaction where fuel reacts with oxygen to produce energy. Methane, CH4, a major component of natural gas, burns in the presence of oxygen. Combustion reactions are exothermic. Use this information to answer the following questions. Are we good now? Good. Christ leading. 15 seconds each. Christ leading. What are the products formed when methane undergoes combustion?
Carbon dioxide and hydrogen gas.
Pentecost Preparatory.
Carbon dioxide and water.
That is correct for a bonus. Pentecost Preparatory, your main question. Why is the combustion of methane considered an exothermic reaction? Pentecost Preparatory. Pentecost Preparatory. as a bonus. So because it releases energy to form heat and light. You do not have to ring for your main question. It's only the bonus you have to. If your main question you just answer, do not ring for your main question. St. John Paul. Main question, good. Name one real life use of the combustion of methane.
Pardon.
Come
Pardon, I
again.
didn't hear.
Name one real life use of the combustion of methane.
Fuel. Making of fuel.
Yeah, Pentecost Preparatory.
The one real life use of methane is when a car uses fuel to move.
I'm not giving you that as well. It's too generic. I wanted it to be very specific because I mentioned fuel in my, what do we call it? In the preamble, so I'm not giving you for that. Next set of questions, 40 seconds. I will start from Pentecost. Pentecost. 40 seconds. A circle has its center at 4-3 and passes through the point A, 1, 1. A point B lies on the circle such that the chord AB is horizontal. Find the coordinates of B.
-3.
That is incorrect. You have another attempt. Christ leading.
5-2.
No, that is also incorrect. Okay. So I'll hold on with the answer. I'll get to the answer later. St. John Paul. The midpoint. Okay. The midpoint of a segment is M with a point 4-2. One endpoint is A with a value 6-1 with a point 6-1. Find the other endpoint, which is B.
-1.
That is not correct. You have another attempt?
5-2.
That is not correct. Christ leading.
-2, -1.
That is also not correct. Okay, so the first one was 7-1. And this, and the next one was 2, -5. So final run, Christ leading. Your main question? Your main question. So the first, as I said, the Pentecost question, the answer was 7 and 1. Then John Paul, the answer is 2 and -5. 2 and -5 rather. Are we good? Christ leading, your main question. Find where the perpendicular bisector of the segment AB with A -3, 4 and B 5, 2 crosses the x-axis.
-1, 9.
No, that is not correct. You have another attempt? Speak to the microphone.
Neg 15:8.
No, that is not correct. Bonus? St. John Paul. I can't hear.
1.
What?
1.
No, that is not correct. Okay. X-axis. It crosses the x-axis. So the point is 1/4 and 0. Because when it is crossing the x-axis, the y value is 0. 1/4 and 0. Next set of questions, 15 seconds. St. John Paul. I'll start with St. John Paul. What type of programming construct allows a programmer to group code into a reusable block that can, for example, calculate the area of a circle?
Can you get a question again?
No? Christ leading, yes.
A spreadsheet.
No, that's not correct. Available as a bonus? Okay, that is a function. Function. Please listen to the question carefully. For preamble, I'm going to repeat that for a preamble, but for a question, I do not. Christ leading. Christ leading. What do we call a programming rule that lets the computer choose between two paths? For example, if it rains, take an umbrella, otherwise wear a cap.
The formula.
No. St. John Paul.
Binary coding.
Pentecost.
Decision.
No, that's not correct. That is an if statement or a conditional statement. If. Now, Pentecost preparatory or main question. Which programming idea allows you to repeat a set of steps again and again until a condition is met?
Loop.
Again?
Loop.
That is correct. Let's give it to them. That is correct. Next set of questions, 15 seconds. Christ leading. What is the asteroid belt?
This belt separates the inner planets from the Jovian planets.
Another attempt? Oh, your time is up. Pentecost Preparatory.
The asteroid belt is a linear belt that contains asteroids and separates the inner planets from their outer planets.
I'm not giving you that as well. I needed some names. I'm not giving you that as well. A region between Mars and Jupiter, I needed some specific names. I'm not giving you that. Pentecost, main question. What are dwarf planets?
Dwarf planets are planets that are smaller than the planets we have in our solar system.
I'm not giving you. Who rang? Let me see you. Yes. Answer.
There are planets that are found out of the solar system, and example is like Pluto.
I'm not giving you for that as well. It's a bonus. I'm not giving you that. Sorry for that. I'm not giving you that. So usually they orbit around the sun, and they are not large enough, but I needed the orbiting around the sun. That was what I needed. They are planet far enough, but they are small ones, not large enough for that. John Paul 2, St. John Paul. What is the name of the spacecraft that first landed humans on the moon?
The rocket.
No, that is not correct. Christ leading.
Spaceship.
Please no. Any other? Not from you. Okay. That is Apollo 11. You heard of Apollo before, eh?
I remember.
You heard Apollo before, eh? Go. So next set of questions, and the following questions are statements. You are just to state whether the statement is true or false. And here the question cannot be passed on as bonuses. You state whether so you want to state whether the expressions are true or false and cannot be passed on as bonuses. Pentecost Preparatory. Pentecost. Chemical energy in food is converted to mechanical energy when you move.
True.
That is correct. Let's give it to them. St. John Paul. The human body cannot perform energy conversions.
False.
That is correct. Christ leading. Energy conversions are never 100% efficient.
True.
That is correct. Let's give it to them. Now, St. John Paul. St. John Paul. 3/5 is greater than 2/3 and is greater than 5/9. True or false?
False.
That is correct. Christ leading. Christ leading. 7/12 is less than 5/8 and it's less than 3/4. True or false?
True.
I didn't hear you.
True.
That is correct. Then finally, the last question for the run goes to Pentecost Preparatory. 11/15 is greater than 3/5 and is greater than 7/20. True or false?
False.
No, that is a true statement. That is a true statement. So we've come to the end of round 1. And let's give it to them. Let's give it to them. Give it to all of them. So before we take our scores, kindly note that the 2025 quiz is organized by the College of Science at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service, DEX Technology, Ready Ghana Limited, and proudly sponsored by the KNUST Learning, Institute of Distance Learning KNUST, DEX Technologies, and Kesben TV as our media partners. So we just go for a short break and we'll be back with our scores. Hello, welcome back from that short break. And it's been an awesome round for this first contest. And before we move into round 2, we will have to get our scores for round 1. And it's been awesome. We are doing well. It's been awesome. So at the end of round 1, these are the scores. St. John Paul 2, or the second school, has 6 points. Let's give it to them. 6 points. Christ Leading Preparatory School also has 6 points. 6 points. Give it to them. Give it to them. Then Pentecost Preparatory has 10 points. So we move on to round 2. That is the fastest brain, fastest finger. And in this round, 1 question will be read out. And contestants will compete to be the first to answer. Each question carries 4 points. 4. Each question carries 4 points. When a contestant is ready to respond, you press your buzzer before you attempt to answer. Press the buzzer first. Answering before pressing the buzzer will disqualify your school from the question. And after the buzzer is pressed, please, I need the answer in 3 seconds. Don't go beyond 3 seconds. Just when the buzzer is pressed, don't wait after. Just you press it and the answer should follow. If a school gets the question wrong, the 2 remaining schools get to compete to answer. And each school will have a maximum of 1 attempt to answer a question. You have just 1 attempt. Wrong answer in this round attracts a penalty of 1 point. Wrong answer attracts a penalty of 1 point. Wishing you all the best in this round. Wishing you all the best. Yeah. So before we go, since it's the fastest finger, fastest brain, we have to get your buzzers. I want to see if your buzzers are still working. So I'll start with Pentecost Preparatory. Let me hear your buzzer. Fantastic. Christ Leading. Good. And John Paul, St. John Paul. Fantastic. So we are ready to move into the second round. The second round. The first chamber of the stomach of a ruminant is called Christ Leading.
Rumen.
Push the microphone.
Rumen.
That is correct. Let's give it to them. That is correct. Next question. Which button on a keyboard is used to remove characters to the left of the cursor? Pentecost Preparatory.
The enter key.
Please no, that's not correct. That is backspace. Backspace. Oh. Next question. How many minutes are there from 9:35 a.m. to 12:10 p.m.? Pentecost Preparatory. St. John Paul.
35.
That is not correct. So, Pentecost you rang and you didn't say anything, so you have a penalty for that. For ringing and not talking, still is assume you answered. 9:35 to 12:10 is 155 minutes. 155 minutes. Next question. Cinnabar is the ore of which element? The right answer is mercury. Mercury. Next question. In the domestic electric circuit, which wire do we connect a fuse? St. John Paul.
S wire.
Please know. Pentecost.
The red or black wire.
The live wire. We have three major. So the live wire. Next question. What hormone has the function of helping the kidney of terrestrial vertebrates in water balance regulation? Okay, so that is the antidiuretic hormone. Antidiuretic hormone. Next set. To end all tasks running on your computer quickly, what keyboard shortcuts opens the task manager in Windows? Oh. Control plus Shift plus Escape will open the task manager for you. Control Shift Escape. The last question for this round. When 10 is subtracted from a number and the result is multiplied by 4, you get 20. Find the number. Pentecost.
5.
That is not correct. St. John Paul.
3.
That is not correct. Christ leading.
260.
No, that is not correct as well. The number is 15. The number is 15. So we've come to the end of the second round, and again we want to acknowledge our sponsors, noting that there's The quiz competition is organized by the College of Science at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service, DEX Technologies, and the Ghana Limited. So we just pause here for a short break and we'll be back with the scores for round 2. Welcome from that short break. What a round. Round 2 was powerful. What a round. So these are our scores for round 2. These are our scores for round 2 only. Round 2, we have St. John Paul with -3. Clap for them, just give it to them. It's not easy sitting up there, so just clap for them. It's not easy sitting up there. Pentecost, -4. Give it to Pentecost as well. Then Christ leading 3 points for round 2. So when we combine round 1 and round 2, these are our scores, our total scores. So at the end of round 2, we have St. John Paul II School with 3 points. Just cheer them up. It's not easy sitting on the podium. Cheer them up. We have Pentecost Preparatory with 6 points. Then we have Christ leading with 9 points. Yeah, so before we move on to round 3, we have some substitutions to make. So, for St. John Preparatory, we want to thank you, John Austin, for coming, and we want to receive Francis Boche. So, John Austin, thank you for coming. Let's receive Francis Boche. Hand of applause to them. Francis Boche, yes. Good. You are welcome, Francis. You're welcome.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. For Christ leading also, we have a substitution. Prince is going out. And we want to receive Alfred Appiah. Let's welcome him with a hand of applause. You're welcome, Alfred. Then,
It's a pleasure.
yeah. Then for Pentecost, Edward is leaving and we are welcoming Joshua. Let's welcome Joshua for Pentecost. Fantastic. Welcome, Edward. No, welcome, you are Joshua. Welcome, Joshua. So for round 3, this is a science and technology challenge. And in this round, we will have 1 question given to all schools. The question in this round will require a contestant to perform a task that will be assessed. The score for this round is 15 points, and contestants will be given up to 15 minutes to complete the task. This round is powered by the Dex Science set. And this is the question. So, as you can see, you've been given a convex lens, white screen, RBG model, and a ruler. And you want to complete the light investigation by following the task below. And the task 1 is to place the RGB model at distances of 30 centimeters, 20 centimeters, and 25 centimeters from the convex lens. 2 is to move the screen to find a clear image formation for each RBG model position. 3 is to measure and record object distance and image distance for all the distances. And the final task is to describe how image characteristics change as object moves closer to the lens. So that is the science and technology challenge. Contestants, are you ready? Are we ready? So if you are ready, I want to hear your buzzer. Pentecost Preparatory, if you are ready. Pentecost Preparatory, good. If you are ready, St. John Paul. Then Christ Leading, if you are ready, let me hear your buzzer. Good. So your time starts now. Time up, time up. Please stop work. Stop, don't touch anything. Don't touch anything, stop work. Sit well, just sit well, sit well. Sit properly. Stop work, sit properly. Do not write anything, sit properly. Do not touch anything. Okay, so welcome from that break. Let's give a hand of applause for our contestants for the Science and Technology Challenge. Good. So in this round, contestants were given convex lens, widescreen, RGB model, and a ruler, and they were asked to perform these tasks. The first one was to place the RGB model at distances of 30, 20, and 25 centimeters from the convex lens and move the screen to find clear image formation for each RGB model position. Their major task was to measure and record object distance and image distance for the three distances provided, the 30, 20, and 25. And finally, to describe how image characteristic changes as object moves closer to the lens. If this is done properly, experiment is done properly, this will be having something like this, or this will be the right measurement. So for the 30% or the 30 centimeter measurement, if it is placed properly, the image distance is going to have 28 centimeters and the object distance will be 30 centimeters as well. For the 20 centimeter case, the image distance is 55 centimeters and the object distance is 20 centimeters. Then for the case of 25, the image distance is 35 centimeters and the object distance is again 25 centimeters. And what we realize is that as the object distance decreases, the image distance reduces. So increase in object distance, a decrease in image distance. That is a clear observation you're going to see if that experiment is done properly. So our contestants did very well, and I will start with Pentecost Preparatory. So they did experiment and did their measurements. Unfortunately, they could not get any of these values right. The image distance and the object distance, they couldn't get any value right. Rather, they gave some explanation for the effect, and out of 6 marks for task 3, I'm giving them 1 for that, out of 6. Then, that is not all. Then for the explanation for task 4, the explanation was not all that done properly. They gave reasons, a partial reason, and I'm giving them 2 out of 4, making a total of 3 out of 10 for Pentecost Preparatory. Saint John Paul, yes. Also, you were to give, we needed 6 points for the image distance and the object distance, and you were able to provide 2 out of the 6, so I'm giving you 2 points out of 6 for the first task. And your explanation as well, average you did well and not as expected, and I'm also giving you 2 out of 4, making a total of 4 out of 10. Christ leading. For the 6 points, you were able to get 3 out of them correct, and you have 3 points out of the 6 points. Then for the explanation also, you gave the similar explanation as DS, and as a good score master, I'm just awarding each of you that's 2 for that, so 2 out of 4, making a total of 5 out of 10. So at the end of round 3, all scores combined, Pentecost Preparatory has 9 points. Let's give it to them. St. John Paul has 7 points. Then Christ Leading Preparatory has 14 points. So that's our scores at the end of round 3. We move on to the final round, the very final round, and this is what we call decoding the clues. The question we read out as a series of clues. If the question is answered on the first clue, 6 points. If answered correctly on the second clue, 5 points. On the third clue, 4 points. And on the fourth or any other indication, you have 3 points. Contestants again have to press the buzzers before attempting to answer the question. Failure to press the buzzer before answering disqualifies you from that question and nullifies your answer even if it is correct. And because this is buzzer dependent, we again test our buzzers before we move on. I'll start with St. John Paul. Let me hear your buzzer. Good. I move to Pentecost Preparatory. And finally, Christ Leading. Let me hear your buzzer. Fantastic. So let me have a smile from you as we begin the final round. Good. Just relax as we get to the final. First set of questions. I contain everything under discussion. All other sets are part of me. Pentecost Preparatory.
Universal set.
That is correct. That is correct. That was on the second clue and 5 points. 5 points. Let's relax as we move to the next set. Set 2. I am unseen but deeply felt. In silence or in tender dwelt. I mark the time without a clock. A rhythm steady, never blocked. I am central in your chest, I stay. Working hard both night and day. Pentecost Preparatory.
The heart.
That is correct again. That was on the third clue, 4 points. Third clue, 4 points. It's becoming more exciting. Set 3. I move without legs. I rise without wings. My dance is silent, yet change it brings. I am stirred by warm, but not by hand. In soup or sky, I take a stand. From pot to storm, I shape the flow. Where warm things rise and cold things go. I am the reason Christ leading.
Cloud.
Please no. I continue. I am the reason your steel starts to spin and storms in the tropics begin. Pentecost.
Wind.
No. I continue. St. John Paul.
Climate change.
No. I'll finish the clue. One of the three ways heat gets around. One of the three ways heat gets around. Not radiation, not by touch. And I'm convection. Convection. Final set. That's the final question for this round. Let's relax as we start. Clue 1. Born of a break, I unleash the storm. Yet in silence I perform. Invisible, potent, deep within, I start when cracks appear in skin. From Uranium's heart, I burst with flame. In science and war, they chant my name. When neutrons strikes and atoms divide, I power the world and nations' pride. Pentecost.
Nuclear energy.
Did you ring? Somebody rang.
Nuclear energy.
Mitochondria.
No. St. John Paul.
Nuclear energy.
Come again.
Nuclear energy.
I'm not giving you for that. I'm continuing. I am the process that fuels nuclear plants, splitting atoms in controlled advance. Christ leading.
Fission.
No. That is nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion. So that's the end of the contest. And again, before we finish, I want to let you know that the 2025 quiz contest is proudly sponsored by the Ken West e-learning. For our media and video coverages, we are grateful to the Ken West Institute of Distance Learning. We thank you for making our journey around the nation easy and pleasurable. Your venues provided are well appreciated. Desk technologies, and at desk technology we say practical science is not practical. And we are grateful also for the organizers, the College of Science, Ghana University of Science and Technology, in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service, Dex Technologies, and Already Ghana Limited. We appreciate and acknowledge all our sponsors for coming on board and supporting us in diverse ways. We are truly and we greatly appreciate your effort for coming on board. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we bring, on this note, we come to the end of contest 1 for the Western Regional Qualifiers. For the Western Regional Qualifiers. So, at the end of the contest, altogether, St. John Paul, round 4, had 0 points, making a total of 7 points. In round 4 again, Christ Leading International also has 0 points, and at the end of the contest, Christ Leading has 14 points. Then Pentecost Proprietary has 9 points in round 4, making a total of 18 points. So we want to thank St. John Paul and Christ Leading for coming, giving us the best competition, a very powerful competition this afternoon. You realize that today the questions are so standard like that. Don't give up. You've done so well. All of my contestants, you've done so well. Powerfully and marvelously well. And I'm just sharing you that definitely we're going to meet again, St. John Paul and Christ Leading, maybe at another time. But want to congratulate Pentecost Proprietary for qualifying to the next round of the contest. Let's give it to them again. Let's give it to Pentecost again. Let's give it to Pentecost again. So you are the champions for this first contest. And this is where we will just draw the curtains. And I say until we meet again, stay blessed and shalom. Bye-bye for this afternoon.